Welcome to episode 185 of the Still Dripping Happy Hour. This is your host, Mason. On the move tonight, we got Hayes. Holla.
Boy, you know what it is. Just getting things done.
You haven't even looked up to see your screen yet. You're gonna
Yes, I
love
have.
this picture.
It's great. Is this Urban? I was trying to figure out who it was. I thought it was Andy Reid for 5 seconds.
And yeah, it does with the Chiefs colors. Yeah, I agree.
Is there Urban Meyer news?
No, it's just this was a college game day sign. It's Urban Meyer as a hot dog head, so it had the Urban Meyer, Oscar Mayer logo on it.
That makes sense.
So, just a fantastic photo.
Did you watch?
It looks a little phallic, to be honest.
A little?
Yeah.
A little. You would call it
a lot.
Phallic.
Yeah, a lot. So if you're playing the drinking game, you can take a shot.
Especially with the neck. The neck as it is?
The no neck.
Well, it's doctored, right? This has to be a doctored neck.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So that brings out the phallicity even more, if that's a word.
Wonderful. Before we kick it off, please go subscribe on YouTube if that's where you're watching, or subscribe on iTunes or any of the podcasting platforms that you're on. Rate 5 stars, leave us a review. It can be bad, but make it funny.
Yeah.
And I had one other thing, and I totally forgot. Oh, yes, I do remember now. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, do you want to give us a 1 to 2 minute political presidential debate review?
Didn't watch it. Don't care.
Okay, me neither. So we're in the same ballpark.
Hey, listen.
Have you catch me
no.
up.
Here, I got your rant. Here's a rant for you.
Oh,
here's the
okay,
deal.
Here we go.
Either way, your life isn't going to be impacted by the situation. Whoever's the president, get over it. It's going to be fine. Here's the reality, though. You get a choice of selfishly somebody going a direction that will economically impact your family for the better, or you can choose somebody that will economically impact your life for the worst, as we've seen for 4 years. But you could argue that has a relatively, and I would say very relatively, more presidential. You pick. That's your choice. You're screwed. You get to control your family and what happens to your family. So govern yourself, and you don't have to worry about who's the president. Because newsflash, we never worried about any of this crap when I was growing up. Because it operated like a fine.
Doesn't really affect you.
Doesn't matter. So get the heck over it. And here's what I would suggest: make the best decision for you.
Wow. I feel like I didn't expect these. This
didn't
kind of
watch
rant.
The debate, nor do I think it's worth your time to do that or worry about that.
Yeah, somebody turned around to me at work and asked me the same thing about it, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't really care.
You should.
If you want to look at me sideways for saying I don't care about the debate, I'm not going to watch the next one. I'm not going to watch. I just don't care about it. Like, it's fine. And to be honest, I think you said this last week. Where we live, it doesn't really matter how you vote. Tennessee is going to vote for Trump. I mean, that can change over time, but where you are right now, like, vote for who you want to, but
just know it's not going to matter.
Right. That's the way our country's set up. So
and that's how it is. And that's the reality. And if you're fine with that, great. It's not going to impact you. Where it will impact you is your wallet. And if that's important to you, then that's what you need to think about. Yeah. And truth be told, that's the most important thing for most people.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
Yeah.
If you got two choices and they're both crooks and they're both crooked and they're both evenly suck and you can't win, guess what you do? You go with what's going to help self.
Yeah.
And that is,
That's exactly right.
you follow the money because it's what's best for you.
Amen. And
And
there's
you
our
can judge me all you want. You can
there's our
judge
3
me on
minutes on politics there.
boom. I have to. You want me to lighten the
Remember-
mood? Not that was a really difficult mood. I have to show you
Go
this.
for it. I love that we had our whole political talk with Urban Meyer looking like a wiener head.
This is
right beside us.
okay. So if you drove by my house on Sunday and you saw me mowing the grass, you would have gotten a sight. You would have gotten a treat. But my wife and my son pull up. So Sunday was beautiful, right? And I decided, I'm mowing the grass. Probably, Lord willing, one of the last times for the year. Actually, that's absolutely false. I love mowing the grass. Okay.
Do you?
But
it's peaceful, right?
So they pull up and they're just laughing at me. And I'm like, I'm not even thinking anything of it. Okay. And I pull up and they said, I don't even know. I didn't even know this was a thing until this week. The aura right now is a thing. Have you heard this?
I have heard it. From my youth group kids.
Your aura is, whatever. So my son says, Dad, your aura is overpowering right now. And I was like, I'm just mowing the grass. But this is how I was mowing the grass. Shirtless.
Bucket.
With my pipe.
Oh my gosh.
Shirtless. I can't tell. Can you tell I got my pipe in my mouth?
It's hard to tell. It's pretty difficult to tell. Yeah, I can barely see it.
Shirtless with pipe in my mouth.
What sneakers?
Tattoos. Oh, slides.
Slides.
I mow the grass. I weed eat the grass, all in slides. And the weird thing is, like, you look at this picture and I'm pretty sure it's in my headphones right now, is Wu-Tang Clan. So what a irony of. But I feel like that's Panama Slim in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Is on a lawnmower, shirtless, with a pipe. I just enjoyed a really good pipe right before this podcast.
Good for you. But speaking of when you said Wu-Tang, it reminded me of this. We were driving to a park through the middle of Brentwood, and there was a Wu-Tang is forever political sign in somebody's yard in the middle of Brentwood. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Was it like the president is going to change, but Wu-Tang is forever? Something like that?
No, it just said Wu-Tang is forever, but it was like in red, white, and blue. Like it looked like a presidential political sign.
Whoever that is, we should have them on the podcast. That's a person. Seems reasonable.
Yeah. So that was a great sight to see. All right. Well, we can jump inside the box here with what we saw this week, and it's all football themed.
Hey, while we start this, can you just blow me up real quick?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That'd be helpful. Landon. Dan. We miss you. I truly miss you. I hope you guys are good. I just miss you. There's no pressure to come on, but I just want you to know that you are missed. And here's what I also know: you don't listen to this podcast, so you'll never know I even said this.
Maybe somebody who does listen that knows them will reach out.
Reach out and say, "Hey, you're missed, man. We'd love to have you on." Look, I get it. Nobody gets it. Like, I understand.
Amen.
I understand, and you're just missed, and that's it. All right, now on to Inside the Box.
All right, perfect. Back to what we saw this week. A bunch of different Jordan cleats is what we've got on here. Some Nike cleats.
You know what? This is the most of NFL season 1 that I've seen. Go ahead.
Okay.
Or week 1.
All right. So yeah, from week 1, Joe Burrow in the all orange Jordan 1 cleats.
Those are really dope.
I really like those the best actually out of all these. Uh, Devontae Adams in a Jordan 11 low. It's like a reverse Concord.
Who is that? Devontae Adams?
I think so.
How long has he been on the Raiders?
Oh, like a couple years, I think. Like 2
Really?
years. Yeah,
Wasn't he
maybe
with the
more.
Packers?
Yeah, maybe more than that though. I'm not sure. Down at the bottom is Josh Allen in the Deion Sanders Bills colorway. And then the one that was the weirdest one to me, and it just feels like it doesn't fit at all. Travis Kelce with the Concord 11 high cleats. I feel like Travis Kelce's trying to be somebody else. Like,
So do you don't feel like it's a good shoe, it just doesn't fit on the person?
the
Is that what
person
you're
or the
saying?
team. Like all throughout the NFL, we've seen all kinds of Jordans, all kinds of Nike cleats, and they're all team colors. And then Travis Kelce wants to be like the new influencer of the NFL. And I just don't feel like it's one of those situations that's like, Travis, you're not that dude. Like, you're the best tight end in the NFL, but you are not the guy who mismatches his cleats and comes out here. It's like a hype play to me. It's like if George Kittle does this, I'm okay with it because George Kittle is that sneakers guy. But I don't think Travis Kelce is.
Which I feel like there was some news about him today about sneakers.
Was
in
there?
fact.
Of who?
Kittle.
Kittle? There could have been.
It doesn't bother me. What bothered me more than anything about Kelce is his haircut. Have you
Yeah.
seen it?
I've seen it, and
He goes from a buzz, like I felt like everybody was getting the Kelce cut, to a haze,
Mhm.
like his haircut looks like this. It's more straight and parted in the middle. The shoes don't bother me. I mean, let's be real. He's earned the right to wear those shoes. Unlike me wanting to play basketball, and I don't feel like I can wear Michael Jordan's shoes because I feel like it's a lie. He gets to wear those, is my opinion. I love you.
Yeah, that's fair. I do understand what you're saying. I just feel like he's always worn
stretch.
matching cleats, and I feel like I don't know.
Do you think this was just a game one thing? They win the championship. I'm sure Taylor Swift is at this game.
That's what I feel. It feels like like when
Love you.
like when you're in high school and one of your friends started dating somebody.
Can you go and like come say?
Hold on.
Yes.
Kid break. Kid timeout.
Sorry. Yes.
No, you're fine. So, in high school, like one of your really good friends in your friend group starts dating a girl and then only hangs out with them and changes to be
Oh
them.
my
That's what
gosh.
it feels like with Kelce wearing these.
Okay. All right. That's
To me.
I can follow that.
So I feel like everybody can relate to that.
It would be more so if it was a New Balance 550 cleat.
Yes.
Right.
I would actually, yeah, that would be great though. that would almost be like, I feel like Kelce is kind of like
A
petty
meme.
like that.
It's a
Like,
meme.
it's a meme. Yes. I feel like that would be good. To take it back, it feels like he's chasing the aura, as
Aura.
The kids would say.
It's like he's had to live up to a little bit to the expectations.
Yes.
Thus the hair even.
Yeah.
I haven't heard him talk about that. Again, I'm not a big football guy anymore, but nonetheless, I know enough to be dangerous.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can
I
move
think
on.
my favorite of these is
go ahead.
the Devontae Adams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are dope. And
they are
perfect with the uniform. That's what really, it just looks dope with the black socks. Oh, that's a really good look.
It feels like everybody in the NFL is wearing some kind of new color Deons or Jordans. At least all the high profile guys or skill position guys are, which is kind of bland, I guess. I mean,
no.
I don't know.
It's been really
cool.
bland in the past. It's actually cool that the NFL has let up a little bit and not so much of the no fun league, right?
Yeah.
Flags and fines for everything. It's actually pretty cool to see them loosen up.
That's true. I mean, you've got a ton of different Jordan athletes, like CJ Stroud just signed with Jordan.
I didn't
That
know
was
that.
news this week. Jalen Hurts has been a Jordan athlete, so he's always got good. Dak has always got good cleats, Jordan cleats. So you got a ton. Brian Burns, and he started having, or this week he had cleats designed by Mosh, or color changed by Mosh. It was the same ones as Josh Allen, but different colors. So there is a lot of
Let me ask you
team
this.
specific. I just love that it's team specific, unlike the Kelsey cleats.
Who is Brian Burns? Number 2 is the other thing about the NFL that they have not totally gone away with, which a guy like you and me appreciate, is that they, as I have, at least I'm aware, you still have to match your uniform.
Yeah, I
Big
think you do
for the NFL.
because there was some. I don't know who it was. Some Washington Commanders player. Don't censor me there. Had on some Jordan 11s in the Commanders colors, like the whatever maroon and yellow. I just love a good. For some reason, the 11. I just love it in a team specific colorway.
Yeah,
I think it looks
fair.
really cool,
I
especially
agree.
as a cleat.
So if Chelsea had on like a cherry, you'd be okay with it. It's just the black.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah. All right, moving on. Enough NFL talk for the day. Big news this week was a new partnership between StockX and Walmart.
Have you read about this at all? Because I haven't, other than
Okay, I was hoping you did. So I don't think we know fully what it's going to look like, but let me do some quick research and I'll tell you.
I mean, if it's as simple as there's a wall of sneakers in Walmart and you can go and say, I want X, Y, Z, that
I don't
and
think
are
that's it yet.
is
I
StockX
think
just doing the authentication? Are you buying the shoes? Like it would be interesting to know how that plays out, but who is going to shop at Walmart for their sneakers? At first, they're going to have to be significantly lower priced, I bet, just to even make a I don't even know, build trust probably.
So it looks like right now it is pretty much a collaboration between StockX and Walmart, where StockX items will be available via Walmart.com and on the Walmart app.
So it's
nothing in
website.
store.
Okay, got it. That makes
And-
way more sense.
Yeah, and it's generally speaking, it's for StockX to tap into a larger market of people going to Walmart.com. Now, interesting because how many people are going to Walmart that are, it just doesn't seem like that target market overlaps, right? But anyways, yeah, pretty interesting.
Yeah, I was really surprised by this, but that makes sense. If from a StockX end, I wonder what's the this is never just Walmart being nice. Sam Walton's been dead a long time, so it's like what's their play here? They want to do more sneakers.
Yeah, I think that's the Walmart is to get them on their marketplace.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know. It'll be interesting to see
once all
what
that
the
comes
difference
out.
is
I don't know how Walmart
between all
wins
this.
in this because nobody's going to go to Walmart to buy sneakers.
Yeah, it says hundreds of items will be shifting over to Walmart's website, and StockX will keep the verification on the side. So it'll generally expand. It would be interesting if in the future it expands into the store. I just feel like StockX would have to hire people to work in the store.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
I
then you
agree,
get
and
into
that gets really
theft
expensive. Yeah.
That's a little too much probably. So I think this will always be a online thing, and I'm sure it's more of like a this might be a deep cut, but in like what 2012 before the Apple Watch came out, Nike and
Look at this
Apple.
shirt. Look at this shirt right here.
That's a beautiful shirt.
Yeah. It didn't fit me, and so he inherited it.
So, anyways, Nike and Apple had an agreement to do a Nike Fuel Band, which was like an activity tracker to go for to compete with Fitbit. But everybody at Nike, even I was an employee, and we all knew I was a retail employee. We all knew that it was some kind of way for Apple to gather research for an Apple Watch. And then, maybe a year later, it was Apple Watch time. And so it feels like maybe this is some way for Walmart to get their foot in the door and then try to do something themselves.
Yep.
Replicate it after a couple years or whenever the agreement's up.
Yep.
Is what I would think.
The other thing about this is we got, this capitalism. This is two pretty big companies, one massive, humongo company, and they're not going to want to split profit long. If it's just a pure math problem, math equation is who's going to get the money. And Walmart's going to be carrying a lot of weight here just because they're so mega. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know where they win. Like, what's their game here?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I wonder in this picture, which is just a picture from whoever posted this, but you've got the bear bricks and the other stuff. I wonder how much it'll be sneakers and how much it'll be other hype items. It'd be interesting too.
Yep.
All right.
And I wonder what the markup is. Anyway, keep going.
There will be. All right. Nocta and Air Force One, Nike and Nocta. It's still weird that that's like a collaboration. It's like Nike and Jordan doing a collaboration, right? Like it's its own brand. Like, anyway, whatever. Nike and Nocta are doing an Air Force One in 4 different pastel colorways. For some reason, there's the pastel colorway pack, which is all 3 of those. They don't come together, but they're releasing at the same time. And then you've got the light blue one that's releasing by itself. It seems pretty apparent the light blue one is definitely going to be the most coveted, if any are. Thoughts on this?
I think you could argue that this is the best Drake so far since the OVO 6s or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you could argue that it's lazy, but it's not bad. And that's why I think this is interesting, is because so many of the stuff and models that they've used are just terrible, and they sit and they end up in the clearance rack and the outlets, right? They're terrible. They're horrible. This is going the right direction. Simple, classic, wear in a lot of different occasions. I like this a lot. I really like the yellow ones. I'm shocked I'm saying that.
Wow.
Like of the 4, you could wear the yellow ones every day, right?
Wow.
They're not like, I like that they're more pastel yellow and not bright in your face yellow.
Yeah.
But dude, I like this. This is a win for, Drake needed a win, no doubt about it. He'll take all that he can get at this time.
It's a huge difference from the white ones, right? Because these are colors you don't get every day in an Air Force One. The white ones came out and you're like, oh, so he wrote whatever, love you forever on the bottom of an Air Force One.
Yeah.
It was like the Supreme, like we put a red tag on an Air Force One. But I agree, this is simple, but if you see one of these colors on an Air Force One, you know it's not a regular Air Force One. This is a Drake. This is a Nocta.
Yep.
And I don't hate it. Like, I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
this is probably it's a low bar, but he stepped it up. Um,
It
I like
looks like, again, I know these are just pictures, but also looks like nice leather versus
yeah,
just a white Air Force One that got a little plasticky feel to it, especially as
right.
mass produced as they are at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like the blue, or I would if I was ever gonna wear Air Force Ones, I think it would be the blue because I do like the contrast of the white sole, or the top, like grayish
Purple.
purple.
You don't
Yeah,
have any Air Force Ones?
no,
Wow. That surprises
I don't
me.
have any Dunks either, but I've got my eye on a pair of Dunks.
Oh, which ones?
They're coconut milk.
Oh, I love it. I don't even know what it doesn't
Yeah,
even matter,
you
but they
would love
sound
it.
amazing.
I just think I don't know. I might if I get them and I don't like them, I might sell them to you, or just pass on the cost to you. Give them away. I don't
Sure.
care. But I just don't know if Dunks will fit my feet right. So I might try it and see. But anyways, let's move on. All right, here you go, Hayes. Pata Nike Air Force One.
This is a must. This is this
Picture,
week, right?
I believe so. Coming out on Pata
Friday.
website, not on sneakers, right? Or is it on
It's
sneakers?
on Pata.
Okay.
Oh, dude, these
And
coconut milks are great. Oh my goodness.
yeah, with
Yes,
the
that's
blue
a oh,
swoosh. Is that the ones you're looking at?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. I've seen these in person and they are beautiful. It's
Yeah.
it's that turbo green material. It's the almost aged look, whatever that is,
Yep.
tumbled. They're
Yeah,
beautiful.
it looks really nice. I think I'm really close to pulling the trigger on those.
Yep. There's a guy on my team that bought these. He bought another pair of sneakers this week.
Hmm.
So anyway, these are a must-have. You got to try to get them. The dilemma becomes: do you keep or do you sell? Because
Right.
I think it's fair to say you'll be able to sell for $800-900. Go for them.
Wow, you think that much?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when was
Wow.
the last time the chlorophylls came out?
Only
2012.
once, like maybe before that, but yeah, somewhere around there.
This is a grail for me. Like
I
this
had
is
it in my
a
mind 2009, but
2009.
let's
Like
see
I
who's
will
right.
say that this is a grail. I will try to go for them, of course, and it will be a tough. I almost want to get them not in my size so that I can make $1,000 because there's a strong
2009 is when
2009.
they came out.
So there is a strong likelihood I would keep a shoe like this. Now here is the thing: bad radio, bad podcasting. We don't have a slide for this. I don't know about you, but like there's a lot of the times where I'm taking a crap and I get on the Nike app and I go to whatever shoe and I custom. Do you do that a lot? Am I the only one?
I do that some, yeah.
So it's funny. All of the custom Air Force One or Air Max ones I have, when I go to design my own,
Have
I'll
you ever
show
bought
you.
any?
No, but that's what I'm about to tell you. All
Okay.
of the ones that I have custom, is very chlorophyll, like all of them. Like all of them look like that. It's because my favorite. So what I would say is if I hit these, I might end up just buying some of the ones that I created
Hmm. Okay.
and make, I don't know, it would pay for those shoes and a lot more. But
Yeah.
these are a must go for.
Um, I'm interested because there's a difference in some of the pictures that I've seen to see if it's like so the OG chlorophylls were like a denim on the
Mhm.
green. I think that's what these are again. They look to be a pretty close match with the tongue tag and everything. Um, they look really nice. They look
Do you
really
feel
quality.
are you disappointed in a little in some ways that they didn't do the wave? Just to make it different than just a straight up chlorophyll. Because in
Oh,
this
sorry.
case, you're fine. In this case, it's just like it is the chlorophyll with a Pata logo on the tongue. There's no difference.
It's the
There's
exact
a little bit
from what
of
I see, it's the exact same shoe.
so
Exactly the same. Which I
so
personally like.
I don't not like it, but it is a little bit. I don't even know the right word. Not necessarily disappointing, but like you have established that the wave is kind of our thing, and to go back to
Right.
this is just. I mean, you just cut and pasted.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's interesting take. Yeah. I see where you're coming from. I think it'd be cool to have something, but I think people who are nostalgic about this pair of shoes think they want the OG down to the original everything. Usually they'll have some sort of difference in where you can tell between all of them, but it doesn't seem like there's anything I can pick up on this new pair that's different
the
from the
Pata logo
OG.
on the tongue. There's nothing
I
else
think
different.
I think that was the original Pata logo on the tongue though.
Really?
In the 2009. I'm trying to find better pictures, but I think it is. I don't have a great picture of it. I'm trying to see. Yeah, I'll do some more research and try to find it. But yeah, I think it's the exact same.
Interesting. Well, either which way, Drip family, this is a must cop. I want to say I saw that there's like 10,000 pairs.
Wow, that's
This is a
nothing.
must go for. You're gonna. I mean, you will. If you're reselling, you'll make it. I'm gonna bet. I mean, it's gonna be close to 1,000.
Wow.
So why
Yeah,
wouldn't
could
you?
be.
Why wouldn't you give it a shot? But I'm torn. Do I go for a 12 or do I try to go for a 10? And you just want to get a pair of them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, these are beautiful. Love this shoe.
Yeah, beautiful shoe. We've been talking about it for a long time. So another
Isn't
shoe
it
that
so
we talked
weird
about.
and dumb that you just change slight colors on a shoe and it makes all the difference? And that's the weirdest thing.
For the Air Max 1 is even crazier because, I mean, typically the best Air Max 1s that aren't like out of this world crazy are like the same exact color blocking. Like the gray on this shoe is the exact same on all the grays. The white is in the exact same spots. It's just where the green is. They just changed that. Like the pair of orange ones that I have, literally the exact same shoe. You could just Photoshop orange where this green is, and it's the exact same.
And call
which
it
is wild.
chlorophyll. It is
Yep.
absolutely wild.
Yep.
But I will say, I think my plan will be trying to get them, sell them, get some of my custom ones on Nike.com and call it a day. I don't love them enough to keep them for $1,000 and wear them.
Yeah.
Isn't
it wild that this silhouette it's such a like, to me, I don't even feel that. I don't feel a nostalgia to the Air Max 1, really. I don't know why. That wasn't like a hot shoe when I was in high school or anything, but it is one of the best silhouettes that ever, and it is 40 years old. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Like, we can't beat it. It's that good. There's not one specific thing about it. It all just comes together so well. Yeah, I don't know. Stroke of genius. Can't even talk.
This is Tinker too. Tinker is a genius.
Yep. All right. Well, here's a pair that we talked about last week. We saw the images of it. We weren't 100% sure, but now we are that we're going to get SB logo on the blue and red 4s for next year. So just wanted to update on that. So those are coming out in the spring, just like the pine green Nike SB 4, Jordan 4 SB, whatever. Came out last spring or this spring, whatever, 2024 spring, 2025. We're going to get 2 pairs. So both of them are really, really cool on that aspect. Just to add a little note from last week. Another note, we had a few weeks ago, we had, I don't remember whose kids were in those crazy, really long
It was
shoes.
Rico Wade.
Yes, his sons were in those crazy weird long shoes that were like Balenciaga looking or New Balance esque. And now we've got an even crazier looking first pitch. Did you see this the other day?
No, I did not.
Ludacris came out in the, was it Stand Up? Is that the music video where he has the huge Air Force Ones?
Yeah.
So in homage to that music video, he comes out with the huge Air Force Ones and the huge arms. And if you haven't seen this first pitch, you should go look at it. The ball was velcroed to his huge arm.
Well, that's what that I was like. What is on his hand?
Yeah, a little pine tar there. He had a better first pitch, having no feel of the ball than most celebrities. Like, I mean, we've all seen the 50 Cent, like terrible, but this was better than, like, I'm telling you, 90% of first pitches was
Wow.
he was better than
That's
just
shocking.
like it was almost like a catapult. Like he just because his arms stayed up like this, he couldn't move his arms. So
they were
very
up like that the
interesting.
whole time.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
wow.
they're like built like that. I think.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he can lower them, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. But anyways,
Oh man, I just had
really
a memory.
cool, really nostalgic. Go ahead, share us your memory.
No, it's a video. I have it on my my phone somewhere. 1 second. It reminded me of some of the the worst first pitches.
Worst first
ever.
pitches, yeah.
There's one that just takes the cake over everything.
Well, while you're looking for that, my wife's
Go ahead.
best friend, shout out to Carly. She got to throw an opening pitch for the Sounds this year. It's like one of the ultimate bucket list items for regular people, I feel like. You get to throw out a first pitch, and she got to. And so I thought that was really cool. So shout out to Carly.
Man, this is going to be so terrible. We got to screen share it. Have you ever seen this, like the Red Sox Hall of Fame pitch?
No.
And it's a son of one of the guys who died. I mean, it's okay. Oh, man. Okay. This is it's just the worst. Oh my goodness. You've never seen this?
No.
You've never seen that?
No, I haven't seen that. He just. Oh my goodness.
One more time.
That's not like a kid. Oh.
Look at this face. Look at this face.
That's terrible.
Nails the cameraman right in the crotch. Oh, and that's a big old dude. Drops him to his knees.
That's
that is
awful.
I mean, that is his. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Whew. Man, that was good.
All
right. Well,
that's on my phone. I have that saved. I'm like, when I need a good laugh,
yeah.
watch that guy with the worst first pitch of all time.
Well, we're fresh off of Nike suing Bape and Bape having to lose some of their silhouettes and alter some others. So now Bape has turned to New Balance.
See,
the
but
Shark stuff.
I was somming this a little bit. This feels way less like a New Balance and way more like an ASIC or I got way more hints of that rather than so like I don't know. I definitely don't feel New Balance about this. The star placement on the back.
I agree with you on the New Balance. Who put this together? Cop O'Clock?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Somebody did. I think it feels like they're only relating it to the colorway, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
I agree with you that it doesn't really match the silhouette, and I don't think Bape I don't know. Is that a 990 of some sort on
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. It feels like a bunch of different type of shoes, like kind of mixed together. It feels like a fashion brand that made a shoe.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
like a I don't know, like a Cole
It,
Haan
it
if they made a
looks
when they made a sneaker.
it looks cheap,
Yeah.
but it definitely has more of an Adidas runner, like a 90s Adidas runner and or Asics rather than New Balance. Like only in the colorway could you say it matches Adidas or New Balance.
Yeah. It this I don't know, I kind of like this shoe for
It's
bait.
not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
I mean, Bape's
it's
got a
original
niche, right?
enough.
They're not
Right.
trying to be Nike. They're not trying to be they got their own thing going on.
Right. Is Bape like what? No. I feel like Bape is like the older brother of Mischief.
Okay.
I don't know. Mischief's so out off the wall that maybe that's not a good comparison, but yeah. I mean, they're cool. I think they would sell some. It's a
Oh,
shark
they
shoe.
will.
They make some preschool versions, man. These would fly off the shelves.
Middle school kids will love this shoe.
Mm-hmm. Well, my son would probably love some shark shoes, but I don't want to know the price tag on these, so I'll
Yeah.
pass. Next up, the Curry Fox 1. Here's our preview of the Curry Fox 1 right off the bat. I know you're not going to like that tongue right there, that purple furry
I
monster.
didn't even notice it fuzzy. But I will
Yeah.
say it makes sense with the Fox. I mean, I don't like it, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you think about this logo?
I don't really like it. I like it in the sense that it's not just, man, I've seen like 4 or 5 new logos from Nike, and it's so old just doing some negative space logo with initials and a number.
Yeah.
Like, how can we put together these initials and the negative space equal a number? I'm just sick of it. The only player logo that I really like right now, I like the Curry one that's down here on it looks like the toe cap of this Curry Fox. I like that one because it's an SC, but it doesn't look like, it doesn't just scream. I don't know. It looks like a 3 if you're holding it up, and it looks like it's got the Steph Curry. It's got his initials, but like you look at the Jason Tatum, that's boring. If you look at the Luka's is good. I think the jaw is okay. But I saw one for Paolo. Looks super boring.
They're just lazy. You're right.
Yeah, the
It's
KD
initials
one was
with the
kind of
number.
cool back in the day because it was like one of the first ones to do that. The LeBron with the crown was cool. But before the LeBron crown one, the lion logo for LeBron was super cool. Yeah, this one is okay. I don't think I understand the Fox logo. I see the Fox, but like,
I
is there
don't see
supposed
the
to be
D. The
something?
D is less like it
Yeah,
makes
that's
sense,
what
right?
I'm
Especially
saying.
with his last name, but the D is hard to pick out. It just
Right. I
and then
don't. It
what's the
looks like a
negative
music
space
note
here?
or
What
something.
is the negative space here? It's like what's that supposed to be? Jelly bean? Like what is that?
Is it supposed to be anything? Like, that's what I'm
Probably
asking.
not. It
That's what I'm
just
wondering too. But it looks like it's supposed to be something.
yeah. It almost looks like
It's
it
like a
should be an
kidney.
F, right? Like DF or whatever you want to
Right.
I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah. It looks like a organ, like a logo of
Yeah.
an organ.
Here's a spleen, De'Aaron spleen. Fox spleen.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish they would have just gone with a cool looking Fox logo. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
there's plenty of those out there that we don't need. I don't know what number De'Aaron Fox is.
5. So it's supposed
Okay.
to have a little bit of 5 on it, right? Isn't he
It
5?
looks like it. I mean, I don't know if he is, but it does look like a 5
It's
with
starting to go to a 5. Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna look up his number real quick. How confident are you in that?
Very pretty confident. 99%.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, I just don't love the logo. The colors work because he's a Kings player, so I like that they've gone with the purple and black. The fur, like you said, you alluded to a fox, so that somewhat makes sense. I kind of like the Curry Fox. Like that's a decent name of a shoe. It doesn't feel like it's a Steph Curry shoe. So
Yeah. Have you
the
seen
Curry
the
Fox
actual
one.
shoe? It's got the strap on it, and it's not
No,
horrible.
did that come out today, or was that leaked today, or
I don't remember if it was today. They're not
'cause I hadn't
terrible.
seen it yet.
They look, the leather looks really good, like it's a leather shoe. You know, I don't know how many people are going to want to buy a De'Aaron Fox shoe. Probably not many.
Yeah,
But I mean,
probably
whatever.
not a lot. Oh, here we go. It looks like something Black Panther would wear.
Yeah, it's got the strap on it, which I bet is supposed to be like the tail, right?
I don't know. Does it have to be a fox?
I'm just guessing, like, right?
The tail wraps around. It has like some super storytelling right here.
Well, the strap on the front of the toe, like I'm assuming it's like, oh, tails, foxes are known for their tail, so let's make the first model have some elements of a fox. So I'm going to put some fuzz on the tongue and a foxtail.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it looks really. It reminds me of a T-Mac somewhat.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's all I got. All we got on that one. I'm looking up more images. The shoestrings being snake-like are interesting. Yeah, very interesting looking shoe. Looks comfy though. Anyways, we'll move on till we get some official full pictures of the Curry. Wait, Steph's shoe is called the Curry Flow, right? Curry Flow 12 or whatever. So this is the Curry Fox. So, all right. Next up, we already saw that. Jordan Brand cancels 6 different colorways of shoes that were supposed to be holiday 2024 retros. Retros as in the model, not the colorway, because I've never seen most of these colorways before. Looks like Black Cat 5s. Looks
Do
like
we know why
Alma
they
Manier.
canceled these?
No, they didn't say.
Because they all suck, probably.
Maybe. The Jordan 1 is okay, but that Jordan 3 up at the top looks exactly like the Alma Manier 4. What did we call that? The chocolate grape jelly or whatever?
Yeah, none of these are a disappointment.
Yeah. It's interesting that they're canceling them. But yeah, I think the question would be, why were they ever on the slate in the first place? They are very winter shoes, though. I mean, all of these
they
are
do
very,
winter
very
colors. Yeah, agreed.
So
these are all good for them that came to their senses.
Yeah, less is more. Less is more, people. We've been trying to say it for a long time. All right, next up. Oh, had to include this. Pharrell's been listening to the podcast. So, Tiffany Titan Collection. Pharrell is collabing with them with Tiffany on the Titan Collection, and he's going full pearls. So, podcast pearls had a bit of an influence.
He has to be a listener.
Yeah, he's got to be a listener. I mean, we've talked about a ton of stuff. So, yep, there it is. The pearls. Pearls are famous. Maybe I can get Aunt Lee to get me some of these pearls. I wonder how much they'll cost. I hadn't looked into that yet. But
$8,000.
Those are some fatties. That I can't compete with those. They're probably saltwater pearls. These are freshwater.
They were 100% salty. Very salty.
Yeah, they're salty. All right. So I think that's about. Oh, we did have one new silhouette besides the Curry Fox. So I need to get one of those AI intros on this, but I'll go ahead and read it. Sneaker sommeliers, where each step is savored and every soul scent tells a story. And here to tell us the story this week is Hayes Holla. Have you seen these?
Is this the Kyrie skateboard shoe?
Good guess.
Okay.
Kyrie skateboard shoe from Anta. I haven't seen an Anta logo on this shoe yet. But Hayes, here's another look from the
Is
side.
Kyrie a skateboard guy? I mean, that would be news to me.
That would be news. So, but are you picking up any stories from this Kyrie skateboard?
I mean, it 100% looks like a skateboard shoe. Don't know what the crap he decided to do on the toe box here with the embossed finger toe links things. The floppy laces. I mean, it passes. It looks like a skateboard shoe. I'm just confused as to why Kyrie would make a skateboard shoe.
I guess
I mean,
Anta doesn't have anything like that, so maybe that's
Yeah,
why. I don't know.
I mean, I absolutely hate the color choices. We got a lot of black and a lot of brown. It very clashy. I don't know what else to say. It looks like Vans had a baby with a Nike skateboard shoe, and that's the Kyrie Anta skateboard, right?
Yeah, I'll be a little more positive on it. A caveat first. I don't like it, but it is original, and that's more than we can say about most shoes these days. So, I mean, way to go, Kyrie, on that. This looks like, to me, I'm picking up the iShod Wears from the Nike skateboarder that has his own signature shoe. Maybe the ones or two. No, iShod Wear. Do you know who that is?
I can't remember.
We've seen his shoes. His first edition of his shoe kind of looked like the Jordan 5. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
it had the backwards swoosh. But this looks like an iShod mixed with a Travis Scott, I guess.
Yeah,
like
it definitely has some
colorways,
Travis.
big mocha colorways. I tell you, this one on the bottom, it looks like an ice cream. Pharrell ice
Very.
cream. It looks really bad.
Both of these are
good.
No, it doesn't.
Like
that looks like a Healy. The top one looks like a stead up a pair of Heelys. Both of these do.
You know, this bottom one, not
it's
my
an ice
style.
cream sandwich.
It looks like an ice cream sandwich. I feel like Nashville Man would rock these.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's fair.
In this second picture, the toe links do not look as raised as the ones he was wearing. So I wonder if this was like a sample or something. And
they've got different laces going on. He's got the floppy, skateboard laces.
One of these shoes has two laces.
Yeah,
you see that?
the ice cream sandwich.
Very confusing. Ice cream sandwiches. Yeah. So, all right, that's some good somming there, and I think that's all I've got for the whole pod. Yep, we're out of slides.
And we did it.
And look at that, 54 minutes. We've gotten these things right down to the T.
Down to a science.
Now that we're somewhat back in the game, I feel like we're turning a corner with Wyatt. It's probably time to get some guests back on. So I don't know if we'll hit our goal for the second straight year. We probably won't hit our goal, but
what was the goal? A guest a month?
We can try. 24.
24? There's no way we hit it.
There's no way. Unless we could if we get Slim and Huskies, that would be 3 guests in one episode, right?
Yeah. I need to reach back
that.
them. I totally dropped the ball in the summer.
Yeah, and then we've got the guy who started Red Spur, the Western clothing StockX, I guess you would call it. There was a couple others I would like to have back on. Shoe Culture, is that his name? Jake, that did all the restoring of the really dope sneakers.
There's got to
That
be some
frees
other
up?
people that we got connections. No, there's
Okay.
got to be others we can pull off.
Yeah. So we'll be in touch about those. Hayes, you got any more than sneakers moments? We kind of kicked off the pod with more than sneakers, but anything else in particular that you could think of?
If you care, Fit Swap should be out tomorrow. We recorded it today. I was in line getting lunch today at work, and 3 people, 2 I barely knew, I said, "Hey, you did the Fit Swap." I was like, "We just recorded it, actually. Just wait tomorrow." I was like, "What?" It was very funny. It was very funny. And
That is really funny.
I literally have worked at this job for 13 years, and you don't know me for my job. Like, I'm pretty good at it. You know me as I've done
The Fit
5
Swap.
episodes of 4 episodes of Fit Swap. Right.
Did you have to
I don't know,
get
know what to say.
did you have to get Fit Swap approved by your media team?
Didn't ask. Didn't ask.
What
Just
would
did
you
it.
have supposed to been or were you supposed to ask?
Probably not.
Has this podcast been approved by?
No.
Okay. Well, we've
It's-
never said who you work for, so that's fine.
Yeah. I don't
Right.
think I've even alluded enough to who I do work for it to be a thing.
I think all you've ever said is a public figure.
I think
But
that's
I think probably everybody who listens to this might know you well enough to know.
maybe.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Some of them.
Maybe.
Anyways. If you do know, don't out Hayes. All right.
Don't do it.
Don't out him.
186 episodes in, like, let's keep this
85.
going.
You're close.
185. Just push it
All right.
underneath.
All right. I had a more than sneakers moment and it's just floated away from me. Oh,
Down and tell us
bummer.
next time.
That's a terrible feeling when you feel that
Yeah, I
that
hate that. And it was going to be a
thought
good one.
just
wasn't it?
leave your brain and
Gonna be
float
s-
off to
It
the
was going to be
abyss.
good too.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and I'm gonna remember, and it won't matter then.
Yeah.
Well,
write it down for next week.
Yep. Oh, I'll share a little one. We're about to get ready for our walk. Like last night maybe. Elliot. He always wears. He's got a bunch of shoes. I mean, they're mostly running shoes. I mean, he's a child, so. But every size, pretty much. He's got one pair of Jordans that he can wear, and he was just. We just let him pick his shoes normally, and he'll go with. He usually likes a basketball shoe. They're just so fat and chunky. So on our walks, we try to stay away from those. But he wore the Kumquat 11 lows. If you know what those are, they're all white with the sole is orange. It's a big Tennessee shoe there, but he wore them on our walk. And he was clunking around in those things, especially the kid versions. They're huge. They're heavy. He's loving them. I mean, I was such a proud dad moment.
Of course.
Just seeing those chunky shoes just rolling through on the scooter. So,
hey,
shout
proud
out
dad
raising a
moments.
young.
We talked about. I sent you a message too. My son is a college athlete now, so we'll have I really want to do some pictures just to have fun with it, and we got another NIL signing.
Yeah, we'll have to sign him on. Maybe that'll be our next guest, right?
He's been on the podcast before, so yeah.
I missed that episode. That's
yeah, you
right.
did. You're having a baby. There was another. Dude, I sent you the pictures, but if you haven't, go to the Instagram and see the pictures of me in the dog mask, because that was so much fun.
I was looking.
Dude,
I showed them to my son as well, and he thought they were so funny. He's been wearing that head around all the time.
So Mason had me take that to Coop. Coop wanted to borrow it, and it sat at work, and I was literally sitting there on a phone call, and I looked down, and there it was, and I looked over at Fry Guy, and I was like, hey, just follow me to the bathroom and just take some pictures of me wearing this dog mask. And hopefully somebody walks in while I'm using the bathroom, and sure enough, somebody walked in. And there's this great picture of me like looking down at him. And then I don't know if you can tell in the video, but I was taking the water in a cup and like trying to lick it. Oh, it was so stupid.
Wonderful.
So stupid.
Well, yep, y'all tune in to Fit Swap tomorrow. Also, we're expecting some more caddy content. I was a little disappointed we didn't get smoky caddy content. The Vols are taking off, man. The Vols are taking off. We could have had some real we could have been maybe featured on like Vol football or something. I don't know. But
didn't even think about it.
it's all right. I got to see when you dropped the head off. I got to see the caddy. It was glorious.
Yeah,
It's glorious.
pearl paint job is hard. 21-year-old car.
Mm.
Mm.
All right. Yep. With
All
that,
right.
we love you
There you
all.
go.
We'll see you next week. This is episode 185 of the Still Dripping Happy Hour. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for
Amen.
listening.
Thank you for listening. Go follow us. Go subscribe, like, leave us a review. Peace. We'll see you next week.
Make it terrible, but make it funny.